Proper winter wonderland as the boys arrive for the gingerbread house competition. But it looks like they may not be completely focused on the big contest. Eventually they manage to get their edible offering into the pub, ready to be judged. They're allowed to make some finishing touches on site. After dinner mints make perfect roof tiles, and fairy lights give a festive glow. With a lovely covering of icing sugar snow and incense smoke wafting from the chimney, a truly Christmassy edible river cottage is complete.
The disco lights going. I know that Hugh would like it.
But a quick look around and it's immediately clear that the competition is seriously tough.
Fantastic. I should have thought of that. Standards high, isn't it?
Yeah. It's amazing.
It really looks quite real.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Go, boys.
Okay. The time has come.
With a most original, remarkable, architectural, astonishing production, it's the Book Club.
Oh well, I suppose little old River Cottage was never going to beat the home of Shakespeare. Better luck next year. Coming up, the Bacon Banter Girls put a Yuletide loaf on the menu at our Christmas fair.
Oh, it's good. Really nice.
And I'm sure you'll give a fig for my festive chutney. If there's one thing you can count on at Christmas, it's that you'll enjoy a snifter or three too many. So I like to keep a couple of hangover cures up my sleeve. And to help me plan my recovery this year, I've invited Tim around.
Hello. 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 You.
How are you?
Oh, I'm well. Are you hungover?
Look, I take my research very seriously. I'm properly hungover.
Good man. Got a little secret ingrediente here.
Beetroot?
Yeah.
Is that just fresh beetroot juice?
That's all it is. Yeah.
Ooh.
I shall prepare for you the famous bloody bastard.
The one that you've talked about a lot.
Ice in, plenty of it.
Tim's boldly using gin as his foundation.
And it's not a lot. I'm not going to put a lot of gin in here.
Just half a bottle.
Just a tiny bit.
Ooh, look at that.
And of course, beetroot, very, very good for liver function. Come on, God.
Match the beetroot juice with an equal amount of tomato juice and then add celery salt.
Don't be too shy.
And horseradish. It can only help.
It's invigorating, isn't it?
Sinus ripping. Go easy on the horseradish, as it can be overpowering, especially if you're feeling a little delicate.
Sticking with the peppery, spicy theme, a little bit of Tabasco.
Of course.
Now, I've gone quite heavy on the horseradish, so I probably won't put much Tabasco in there.
And to pep up this pecan purple pick-me-up, Tim's adding Worcester sauce and a few twists of black pepper. Stir with the crushed end of a stick of celery.
Now remember, we haven't put the red wine in yet.
Ah, the red wine.
And it is a seasoning.
That's the bit that really intrigues me.
It is not an ingredient, it is a seasoning. Like about a third of a glass there, if that.
I tell you what, Tim, it's very pretty.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It started to cure on the hangover just watching it go up the side of the ice.
Yeah.
It's sort of, I could feel it, I could imagine it going up there and just cleaning me. Cleaning me from bottom to top.
That's what happens. The gin and the beetroot come together, purify your system. It's kill or cure, man. If you don't feel better after that, I'll be absolutely amazed. What I like to do is have a nice big hit first, and then if I'm still stood up, I'll like just finish it at whatever pace your hangover demands. But get some in you straight away.
It's lovely.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Really nice. It refreshes you and then it cuddles you in its warm embrace. It's really nice.
Give it 10 minutes.
Delicious. But I also want something warming for that chilly Boxing Day walk. This, Tim,
Yeah.
is not a bloody bastard. It's a bloody bullshot.
Okay.
What I need for this recipe is about 200 mils of beef stock, not too strong or reduced. And it's just beef stock, unseasoned, no wine, nothing like that. About the same amount of tomato juice.
This is my own roasted tomato passata, so it's got a bit of soupiness about it already.
And the juice of half a lemon.
I've never cut a lemon like this ever before in my life, but I'm in that slight state of mind where I may be doing many things for the first time ever. I'm just having slight trouble concentrating, but I'm completely all right. Oh, black pepper, obviously, is really, really important.
And if I remember rightly, you need to add celery salt, a couple of drops of Tabasco, and a generous glug of Worcester sauce. Heat until everything's piping hot, then there's one last thing to go in.
The vodka is going to cool it down to just the temperature at which it's nice to drink. It's a bit like putting milk in a cup of tea, although I'll be putting quite a lot more vodka in this than I would milk in a cup of tea.
Right.
Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Imagine you're really cold, the hangovers, the whole head thing is going, you want to be back under the covers.
Yeah.
This is going to put you back under the covers.
Mind under the covers, it'd certainly put you to bed, wouldn't it? It's like adult Bovril of joy. That's what it is.
It is, isn't it?
It's a stunner.
And finally, how about something a little bit less hair of the dog, but cockle warming nonetheless?
What about that sort of hangover cure that's more sort of comforting and possibly even alcohol-free?
A nice Thai-style chicken soup is a great comfort food when you need to treat yourself gently. To a clear stock made from leftover roast chicken, add a teaspoon of finely grated ginger,
Really just aromatizing the stock.
a smidge of finely grated chili, a pinch of lime zest, and some of the juice of the lime as well. 2 finely chopped spring onions, and some fresh coriander leaves.
Well, that's just lovely. And of all the things that we've made, it's the one that tastes really virtuous, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you're being good. You know?
It's really fresh, isn't it?
It's been almost as much fun getting sober with you as it is getting drunk with you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Last year I had lots of fun helping my friend and neighbour Sarah Bilson set up a baking circle with a group of local mums. And they all rose magnificently to the challenge of putting better bread on their family tables.
Here we go. Look at this, girls.
Amazing.
My goodness me.
Stunning, stunning.
They even took the Flower Power message out to the public, setting up a stall as the Bread and Banter Girls. They sold delicious home-baked bread and pizza at their local village fair.
Thank you very much. Last piece has just gone, guys. That's it.
Now Gil and I want a rich Christmassy loaf for the pudding at our fair, and we're turning to the B&B girls to deliver the goods. Armed with a box full of tasty baking treats, Gil's off to show them our lovely recipe for a spiced fruity bread.
Hello!
Hey, come on in.
Thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How
Good
are
to see you.
It's the same basic recipe as an ordinary white loaf, but with some special additions to make it sweeter, richer, and altogether more celebratory.
I hear great things about you all. I know your skills have improved, so I hope you're all eager to get baking.
Definitely.
Good, good. That's the sort of response I like to hear. First thing to do is get 500 grams of the strong bread flour in your bowls.
To the flour, add 7 grams of yeast. Then in goes 100 grams of sugar, 1 small spoon of salt, and your dry spices.
The spices I've brought are cinnamon, okay, and some allspice, okay, or pimento.
About half a teaspoon of allspice and 2 of cinnamon will do the trick.
I hate cinnamon, so do I have to put it in?
No, you don't have to put it in at all. You can leave it out. If you hate it, bit of a bummer at Christmas time. Leave it out, it's fine.
Okay.
Next, to give the loaf some richness, add 2 eggs, 100 grams of melted butter, and 150 ml of milk instead of the usual water.
Melt the butter in the pan and then add the milk. Doesn't want to be too hot because that's going to affect how the yeast starts to work, okay?
Once the butter and milk are in, add a capful of vanilla.
Okay?
Loads in mine.
Don't worry, it'll be even more delicious.
And get stuck in.
We really want to bring this together, okay? It's going to take quite a bit of work.
Oh, it's lush, actually.
Just get in there.
That way, they went top it off.
That's it.
There you go. Making bread.
Knead the dough for a good 10 minutes until the mixture is smooth and elastic.
Looks brilliant. You've obviously all been practicing your kneading.
Absolutely. Every day.
Every day.
Once it's kneaded, roll the dough into a ball, put it back into a well-oiled bowl, cover and leave in a warm place to rise until doubled in size. About 2 hours should do.
Wow.
So how do they look? Very nice. Right, we've got our fruit here, okay? Sultanas, a little bit of dried apple and some raisins. It's been soaking in cider apple brandy all night, so it's nice and juicy, okay? Quite an important part of the recipe.
Chuck 2 generous handfuls onto your loaf after padding it flat. Then add 2 teaspoons of mixed peel and the same of finely chopped preserved ginger.
Right, who's got some frustration they need to take out?
Go on, I'll be
Okay, go on.
frustrated. Go on.
To complete the mix, bash up about 60 grams of toasted hazelnuts and grate in the zest of